Chanda's Secrets by Alan Stratton. 16-year-old Chanda lives in a fictional shantytown city called Bonet in sub-Saharan Africa with her mother Lillian, her alcoholic stepfather Jonah, and her two younger half-siblings Sully and Iris. A shantytown is another term for a ghetto or slum neighborhood in very poor conditions on the outskirts of a city. In some shantytowns, there may be no fresh water or sanitation facilities. Dealing with tragedy is something Chanda has become accustomed to. It is believed by Chanda's family, who practices Christianity, that her mother Lillian is experiencing the aftermath of her sin. Global Christianity reports that 23% of Africa's population practices Christianity. Also being superstitious, Chanda's family believes that Chanda's mother Lillian is cursed for having forsaken her family by refusing an arranged marriage in order to be with Chanda's father. Arranged marriages are still apparent in many African countries today, and most oftentimes, marriages are arranged by the families of the marrying partners. As a result of her actions, Lillian lost her husband, Chanda's father, and her two sons, as well as her second husband, Mr. Dub. After dealing with both her father, her brothers, and her stepfather's death, Chanda faces the death of her infant half-sister, Sarah. While her mother grieves and her current stepfather, Jonah, is at the local shebin, Chanda becomes the adult and arranges the details for her sister's funeral. A shebin is a private establishment selling alcohol without a license. Shebins used to be bars or taverns where many working-class men would go to socialize and relax. However, today, many shebins are legal and now offer live entertainment and attract a variety of individuals. Chanda's tragic story progresses as she discovers Jonah, who was walked out on them after Sarah's death, is dying from AIDS, the same virus that has taken her best friend Esther's parents, and the same virus she worries her mother now has. HIV, which stands for Human Immune Deficiency Virus, leads to AIDS, or Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome, and is one of the leading causes of death in sub-Saharan Africa. In 2013, it was estimated that there were 24.7 million people in sub-Saharan Africa living with HIV and 1.1 million deaths due to AIDS. Both Chanda and her mother deny the illness because of the shame that could plague the family. As Chanda's mother falls ill, their nosy and gossiping neighbor Mrs. Tafta, whom Chanda and her siblings call Auntie, attempts to find medical help. First, Mrs. Tafta attempts to bring Lillian to a doctor with medical degrees in a town an hour away from Bonet. The doctor diagnoses her with depression and stiff joints. However, Chanda's mother only improves for a short while. When she begins to fall ill once more, Mrs. Tafta brings over a spirit doctor. Spirit doctors, also known as witch doctors or traditional healers, use herbs and spiritual intervention as means of healing versus contemporary medicine commonly seen and used around the world today. The spirit doctor performs her ritual to discover that Lillian has been cursed by her sister. As a result, Lillian insists on visiting her sister to end the curses and stop the witchcraft her sister is performing on her. Meanwhile, Chanda attempts to help Esther, who is also dealing with AIDS, after experiencing a brutal rape trying to hook for money in order to care for her own siblings. Juggling the responsibility of being parent to her younger siblings, caring for her best friend Esther, going to school, and worrying about her mother, Chanda becomes overwhelmed with the hand she has been dealt. Will Chanda accept the truth about her mother's illness? And how will Chanda move forward from the extensive tragedy she has faced and be relieved of the secrecy that is tormenting her